we
What's
go.
up?
What is going on? How's everybody doing? Shout out. Happy. What day is it? Tuesday, probably? Feels like a Tuesday. I don't actually know.
Tuesday. Yep.
Yeah, it feels like a Tuesday. So what do we got going on, Desert? How are things?
Market's pumping. It's beautiful.
Pumpy, no dumpy. Let's go.
That's right.
So,
Still in my probably be wearing hoodies the rest of the week.
That's all right. That's all right. So
I just don't feel like putting on a button-up shirt.
yeah, you don't have to. I wore this to go out. Went to the mall. My wife and a friend. It was a good time. It's a pretty day. Dude, there are these things, and they're called like munuelos, and they are balls of bread. Delicious. But the bread is made with cheese. And like you would think it's weird, but it's like a sweet bread with a really great texture. It's kind of like, I don't know. Kind of reminds me of like cheesecake, you know? Like it's really
cheesecake.
creamy. Like kind of, but like
is that sweet?
It's not that sweet, but it's a little sweet. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like smooth. It adds to the creaminess of the bread. It doesn't, but it's still good. You know, it's good. But so we went to a little coffee place, had some of those with some coffee this morning. It was fantastic, man.
Sounds nice. It's cold AF up here.
What's cold AF? Because here it's like 78 and everybody's got massive jackets on, and I'm just out here.
It was like 34 this morning. I think we got to a high of 53 today.
Absolutely.
But if it was just the cold, that'd be one thing. But you got like a 15-mile-an-hour wind on top of it, so that makes it real cold.
Absolutely not.
So,
not
definitely hoodie weather.
I actually may be going back to the States for a short period of time, perhaps. I haven't decided yet. But around November, I think I'm going to end up getting back to my kiddos and my wife in Honduras for Thanksgiving, even though, you know, that's the holiday where the colonizers killed and raped all the Indians. And then they were like, hey, look, we had this whole thing. So that fairy tale story.
I think you need to read a history book.
You know, the colonizers, you know. It wasn't as happy, you know what I mean, as like, you know, the story, oh, Pilgrims, Indians, they work together, everything is great. No, a lot of people died.
Right.
A lot of people died. Every part of history is that way, though. You know?
Well, 90% of Native Americans that died were from diseases that the colonizers brought over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's syphilis, man. That'll get you every time.
Yeah. You know? So.
No, but yeah, no, I know that. But I mean, what else is new? Have you been up on the crypto stuff? I haven't been as plugged
I have
I know you
couple articles. Mantra launched its chain. They partnered with Google Cloud.
Huge. That's massive.
Yeah, I don't have them all pulled up right now. Let me see here. But we almost hit all-time high. I mean, that's what matters. That's what everybody wants to know. Bitcoin ETF on the brink of major milestone. Hoskinson reveals Cardano's ambitious future from cryptocurrency. BlackRock is now holding 403,725 Bitcoin worth $26.9 billion. So that's always nice that we know of. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's really about it for articles. ETFs. So Bitcoin ETFs almost hold 5% of the entire supply. They're only like 23,000 Bitcoin away from holding 5% of the supply. So institutions, people buying the Bitcoin ETF is almost 5%. It's only been, 7 months?
Yeah.
Since the ETF launched? 8 months since the ETF launched? So just imagine how scarce Bitcoin is going to become as more and more institutions start buying up these ETFs. I mean, we looked at an article a couple weeks ago that Morgan Stanley owns like $272 million worth of Bitcoin ETFs. You know,
Yeah.
so
I think something also that people need to understand is that those institutions that are that big, they are offering financial products to a large amount of customers. So they're custodian of those Bitcoin, but also they're not really selling. Like if they sell, it's from like one product to another product within their ecosystem, right? It is their customer selling. And then so they make everything in the middle. So it's pretty
it's bullish. All fees.
Yeah.
It's all fees. You know what I mean? Well, with the Morgan Stanley, I think that's on their balance sheet. They're not offering. I don't think they're offering to their. I mean, they could be offering to their customers. I don't know how the
paper.
I don't know how the SEC would look at that. You know what I mean? Because they're not. I don't know. Yep. I don't know how that would work.
Shout out Fozzie. How you doing, sir?
Not a TradFi person. What's up, Fozzie?
Ooh, I love the Jack Skellington you got there, my dude. That's actually Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my top favorite movies, to be honest. I love all the Tim Burton stuff.
As we get into the stream, everybody do us a favor. Go ahead and follow everybody on the ticker. Hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitter, tag some DGens, give us a retweet, all that good stuff. Our trading bot is live. The link is in the description of this video. If you have any questions, please reach out in Discord. JPEG bosses, you only have 2 days to mint a JPEG boss until we pause the mint. Okay, that's not important. And
yes, 2 days until we pause the mint. We also have the trading bot live now. So anybody that has any questions about it, we created a new channel in Discord about that. Also, you can send either of us or any of us, the JPG Empire account, Desert, or myself, a DM, and we will help walk you through all the steps that are needed in order to get that bot up and active. And the special thing about it is that it has a neural network where the bot is actually learning as it trades. Previously, in the older version, you would be able to choose different strategies and choose what trading pair that you had, but we felt like it was too many options. And so with the neural network or the AI that is working behind the scenes, it actually, if the trade is high risk, it chooses a smaller allocation of your portfolio for that trade, right? So that if the trade goes south and it doesn't end up being profitable, you've lost a small portion, enough that they can recoup it on some of the other trades. If the trade is more safe and they are more certain about how the outcome will be, then they'll use a larger portion of the portfolio for that small move. And so it's really exciting. A lot of people are getting it connected now, and we've been walking everybody through the process.
Yes, 100%. And this weekend, so we have a short clip in Discord on how to go about setting it up. It's just one we did on the live stream one night. But this weekend, I am going to go through the entire process of setting up the bot with Kraken, and we'll get that recorded and get that put out. So be a step-by-step process.
Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and get into Market Watch so we can hop through that, and then we'll get on to some other stuff. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Oh
my bad. What are you doing? My bad. I got distracted. I was looking up at the thing. I was refreshing the screen. I got distracted. Sorry, guys. I'm still a little out of it. I am getting better, though. Today was better than yesterday, and yesterday was better than the day before. I'm in a little bit of pain, but Nothing that the vape won't cure as soon as we get off this stream.
There we go.
I had to quit taking the muscle relaxers, bro. I took one this morning before I went to work, and it's like, I don't think it's helping with the pain, and it's just making me feel weird. I'm like on top of the ladder, and I'm like, oh, you know. I was like, all right, we're done with the muscle relaxers. So now it's
Show
just
up at
IB.
work, and then you're just like in your chair like this, and they're like,
Right.
what's up, Desert? Are you doing okay? It's like, yeah, I'm just working away.
So yeah, no more muscle relaxers. I mean, if it gets real bad, I'll take some, but you know what I mean. IBU 800s and a little bit of weed, that'll help. Maybe a shot of Tito's. All right, let's see here. So we're up 0.9%, coming in at 2.533 trillion. Looking awesome. Massive volume for a Tuesday. 149 billion. This is bull run volume, people. This is bull run volume. So get used to it. These numbers are just going to get bigger. Bitcoin dominance coming in at 56.3. We got Ethereum at 12.4 and gas at 7.118 Gwei. And for everybody, Bitcoin dominance did hit 60 on TradingView. We'll take a look at that when we get into TradingView. So we got Bitcoin coming in at 72,125, almost set a new all-time high today, according to the MEXC chart, up 3.2%. Ethereum coming in at 2612 at 1.2. BNB at 599 at down 0.5. Solana at 177 at 0.2. And I'm still waiting. I think Solana is getting ready for a big move. It's getting ready to at least breach that 200 mark. We got XRP coming in at 52.39 at 0.8. Dogecoin still rocking at 17.38, up 4.3. Tron coming in at 16.61, up 1.2. And Cardano retakes the lead from Toncoin, coming in at 35.65, up 3.1. Toncoin is down at 5.1 or 501 at 0.7. So definitely looking good. Biggest winners. Let's see here. Sweet, baby. So last night when we were looking at the charts, we told you guys that it's gonna retest, and then when it comes to pop up, check the smaller time frames, boom, and it took off. I set my take profit way too low, but I put my money where my mouth is, and I posted it in Discord. I got in at like 194. No. I got in at 184, I think, and got out at 193 or 199. I can't remember. It's in Discord. But nice big pump coming up 11.2%. Aptos up 7.4%. Popcat, telling you guys, this is the meme coin. If you guys are looking for a meme coin, this is it. Up 6.4% in price discovery mode. It set another all-time high today. Ondo up 5.6. Pith Network up 4.4. Dogecoin up 4.3. Immutable X up 4.1. And it just keeps going. Let's see the biggest losers. We have Caspa down 7.3. Cat in a Dog's World down 3.7. And USDS, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a stable coin. For whatever reason, it's down 2.4%, but it's at $1. Aave's down 2.3. Brett's down 2.1. BitTensor's down 1.1. Radium's down 0.4. Toncoin's down 0.7. So not very many losers, but market is looking good. All right, let's go into the charts real quick. Everything is pumping. So I'm not really going to do a lot of charting, but what I want to show you guys is some of the potential. If you're looking for an entry on something and you want some potential to come up soon, we're going to show you, we're going to go through a bunch of coins and show you the distance between where they're at now and their March 2024 high. And it's astounding on the gains that you can be making. Because, I mean, at the very least, I think everybody would agree that we're at least going back to the March 2024 high. I mean,
Yes.
that would be crazy if we didn't. If we don't make it to March 2024 high, then there's no more bull runs, as far as
Yes.
I'm concerned.
And on that, I saw a tweet today where somebody was saying that election day will decide whether Bitcoin goes to 250K or 15K, and I'm here to tell you that is not the case.
No.
Vote however you're going to vote. That's fine, but also know that the market likes certainty. So as long as there is a certain outcome that is determined, and there's no civil war, then bull market is still going to be on. So
right. Now, I would preface that with saying that if Trump wins, it could signal a higher, more aggressive bull run than if Kamala wins. But it's not going to dictate whether we get a bull run or not. I mean,
exactly.
But it could dictate the severity and how people feel about going forward. So, as you can see, Bitcoin hit 73,659 today, and the all-time high is up here at 73,873. So we almost touched it. Almost. Now we're getting a much due little retracement. If we look at, there's no real bearish divs though, because look, we have a higher high on the RSI and we have a higher high in price. So it's not a bearish div, but it is going to come down a little bit. We are still overextended from the 21. 21's way down here at 67,000. I don't expect us to go down that low, but you never know. We got 2 days left in the month. They could still bang the close to the downside. If you guys remember when we looked at CoinGlass, max pain is at $66,000. So it could, it could have a little retracement, or it could go sideways as altcoins start to take off. You never know. But momentum is still going to the upside. So momentum still to the upside. Money flow still to the upside. VWAP's coming down a little bit. That's why we're starting to get a little bit of a sell-off. But you never know. Asia could wake up and choose rich, and it could hit all-time highs overnight. You never know. I mean, a big majority of this pump came overnight last night. So, all right. Other than that, we did get over. So we had talked about the 71,574 right here, saying that we need to get above that. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on that line, and we've blasted through it. Now it looks like we may come back down and retest that. The only thing left is breaking this all-time high, setting a firm candle above it, and then we're in price discovery mode, and anything can happen. All right. Other than that, so this is what I wanted to go over with. So looking at some of these coins, we all know March 2024 was a big pump. So these are like, if you're looking for a swing trade, if you are like a multi-week or a multi-month swing trade, or you have conviction in these coins, this is just to show you how much of a pump they have just to get to where they were 7 months ago. 8 months ago, almost 8 months ago. So first one we're going to look at is Caspa. So Caspa is actually Caspa's all-time high, but their March high was at 20 cents, right? And we're sitting down here at 11 cents. So when we pull that thing, Caspa needs to pump 84% just to get back to its March 2024 high. And that's definitely doable. Unless for some odd reason, we don't have a bull run, Money flow is still going down on the daily and the momentum wave, getting really oversold on the RSI. I would really be looking to see Caspa starting to change direction. So yeah, that's what I'd be looking at Caspa. So then we go to Psy. Okay. SI is 194% away from its March 2024 high. Okay. And here on the daily, you can see that we're getting ready to have a golden cross where the 50 is crossing the 200. It's fighting to get back above the 200, but I think if we get that cross, it'll start to pull it up. We do have the big green dot down on Market Cipher. Damn it. Hold on. I got to stand up. My hand's going numb. All right, maybe this will help. All right, so when we look at that, coming in at 194.88 on the percentage. Damn it. All right, let's go. So SWE is already in price discovery. It's already blown past its March high. And as you can see right here, it had a high of about 234, 237. So we're already in price discovery mode with SWE. Let's go to Aptos. Aptos is 92% away from its all-time high. Damn, this ain't working. And as you can see, we're getting the green dot on the momentum. Money flow starting to come back to the upside. VWAP starting to move to the upside. So there we are with that. PopCat is in price discovery mode. It seems to be following this trend, this little parallel channel right here, all the way to the upside. Hold on one second. So that I would expect maybe come down to this median line right here, because we are a little, we're kind of flat right here going across on the momentum, and the RSI is going down, but the price action is going up. I do expect a little bit of pullback from PopCat. Let's go to WIF. All right, WIF getting that green dot on the daily, and it is 86% away from its March all-time high. I'm going to have to run through these real quick. I can't stand here. So we got Ondo at 102% away from its all-time high. Got the green dot on the daily, starting to move up, cross over the 50 and the 21 right there. We have FTM. Is 70% away from its March high. Once again, green dot. Everything is getting a green dot because of today's move. Everything started to pump, getting a green dot. Everything is starting to look bullish. Solana, we're 16% away from its March high. A couple more. Near is 99% away from its high. Big green dot on it, not just a small one, but a big green dot. Fetch, or ASI, is 154% away from its March high. Cardano is 100% or 129% away from its all-time high or March high. The graph is a big one, 200% away from its March high right there. Once again, green dot, money flow to the upside, RSI trying to flip the median right there. And that is about all I have on that. I'm going to have to stop doing that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I can't freaking keep my arm up here.
You're good.
It's positional. So like when I have my arm up here and I'm using the mouse and I'm trying to look through stuff, it's just not working.
Yeah.
It's like I'm getting stabbed in the elbow the entire time I'm doing that. So
yeah, it's terrible. Terrible. Well, I mean, besides that, we've run through the
Yep.
market. We talked about the trading bot. Those are the main focuses that we have right now. There are some articles. We already mentioned about how Mantra partnered with Google Cloud and has some stuff cooking over there. Did you want to go
Do you
through
have
that?
any articles to bring up or anything? I can bring up some articles.
Yeah, I have a handful. I gotta refresh them so they'll come through. But one of the most recent ones that I got, I guess, today is the 27th. This one says, okay, this was yesterday. So one of them that I have is here about the U.S. regulation needing a hard fork. I don't know if you saw this one.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
I thought it was funny, but it was like these simple modifications to the SEC's current regulatory framework for crypto asset issuance, staking, custody, and trading can foster greater innovation without relying on new acts of Congress, says Wilkie's Mike Selage. Not sure who that is, but it's this guy. It's the guy that wrote this article. Great. He quoted himself. We love that. That's very professional in an article. But so at the heart of every blockchain network is a consensus mechanism or system of rules designed to align participants in updating the network state. From time to time, participants must opt in to a modification to these rules, known as a hard fork, or else remain on a legacy version of the network. Yes, sorry. With the change in administration forthcoming, the Securities Exchange Commission has an opportunity to institute a hard fork of its own with respect to its own approach to crypto regulation. Although legislation is necessary in respects to the approach to crypto regulation to establish a fulsome legal framework for crypto, the SEC can abandon its regulation by enforcement playbook in favor of pro-innovation regulatory framework that scales and accommodates novel markets. We need a hard fork in the crypto regulation to address four key pain points. So, issuance. Every offer or sale of a security must be registered with the SEC, absent an exemption. This raises two problems for crypto asset issuers. First, it's unclear whether any given crypto asset is a security. Second, the current registration process and issuer specific exemptions are onerous and incompatible with the characteristics of many crypto asset offerings. The term security is defined to include, among other things, any stock, note, bond, or investment contract. Federal courts have consistently held that crypto assets in and of themselves are not securities, but may be sold as the object of an investment contract security. Of course, instruments such as common stock and warrants are securities, whether issued in tokenized form or not, but the most widely traded crypto assets more closely resemble currencies, trading cards, and other commodities that ordinarily fall outside of the security definition. Issuers of crypto assets have addressed the risk of inadvertently violating the registration requirement by relying on various registration exemptions when engaging in offering crypto assets that may constitute investment contracts. However, the FCC has sued many of such issuers for alleged violations of the registration requirement under the theory that crypto assets sold as the object of an investment contract inherit the investment contract's security status. There's no legal precedent to support this viral theory of security status, which would make many ordinary commodities sold in the stream of commerce into securities. Okay, so basically, they're saying that the issuance is one of the big sticking points. Staking is another huge sticking point. Because users of proof of stake blockchain networks can commit their crypto assets as stake to help secure the network and earn rewards in accordance with its consensus mechanism. Many such users choose to do so by retaining a staking as a service provider or using liquid staking protocols. However, the SEC maintains these staking arrangements constitute investment contract securities subject to registration. And then custody. Custody is a big deal because it's who is custodying the crypto. Crypto hobbyists tend to prefer to use non-custodial digital wallet software, whereas financial institutions are more likely to retain custodial digital wallet providers. However, the SEC has made it challenging for industry participants to access both types of custodial solutions because they tried to claim that there's all kinds of issues going with that. And they've attacked different providers and non-custodial solutions by serving them Wells notices and failing in court. So that's the short version of a lot of the issues. And then trading. It is unclear whether crypto assets initially sold as the object of an investment contract are themselves securities that can only be listed for trading on SEC registered platforms. This was the problem with Ripple and Library and a lot of these projects where they went to court and it was determined that after the initial sale that they were actually not securities. And then so secondary market sales were allowed to be non-securities, but they fined in both cases, both projects for the initial sale, right? The actual projects they did.
When that's also that's what the SEC just had to retrace one of their statements, retract one of their statements when they defined crypto asset security. They said that they didn't use enough wording. What they really meant was the selling of the asset was what made it a security or something like that. Not that the crypto itself is a security, but that the selling, the contract of it is a security.
Yes.
Probably but through the way it's presented.
Haven't been able to prove it, and they've lost every time they've tried to prove it. So, they can just, GFY,
That's right. Let's see here. All right, the freaking pain subsided for a second there. So let me bring up some articles real quick. Let me bring up.
I think that was one of the big ones. I think it's definitely going to be deterministic of the outcome of what happens in this election. I think that will determine the way that regulations will go going forward.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. All right, so first one I got here is Google Cloud teams up with Mantra on infrastructure and RWA accelerator. So on October 29th, Google Cloud announced it is now the primary validator and infrastructure provider for Mantra Chain, a real-world asset-focused Layer 1 network. So I don't know how to take that because it says the primary validator and infrastructure provider. So that doesn't sound very decentralized.
Yeah.
When it's, you know what I mean? Right?
Yeah. No,
how can you can't be decentralized on any scale and have a primary validator.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if it's just a mistake in the way they wrote it or if like Google Cloud is the only validator. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that. But Google Cloud, the third largest cloud provider, will host Mantra's blockchain operations to ensure scalability and performance. Mantra said the partnership will facilitate faster transaction execution and increase liquidity to its users. Google Cloud is collaborating with Mantra Chain to accelerate the growth of the Web3 ecosystem by offering best-in-class tooling for building on chain. Richard Windman, head of Web3 strategy at Google Cloud. As Mantra Chain's cloud provider and network validator, we're providing the secure, scalable RPC and reliable infrastructure needed to empower developers and startups building on Mantra. Okay, so they said it again. So as Mantra Chain's cloud provider and, this says and a network validator. So not like the network validator.
Yeah.
So Google Cloud and Mantra will also collaborate on Mantra Incubator, an accelerator program prompting development and innovation with the on-chain RWA sector. The program will launch Q1 2025 with participants set to receive cloud credits and technical support from Google Cloud. So Google Cloud recently launched infrastructure for Ethereum and Polyhedra and provides node hosting for BigQuery data analytics from 19 different blockchains. The company also acts as a validator for multiple layer 1 networks, including Aptos, Arbitrum, Solana, Hedera, and Phantom. So, and then Mantra's rise. So this goes on to say the announcement comes as Mantra is enjoying a meteoric rise in 2024 with the project's OM token rallying 6,550% year to date. OM now ranks as the 70th largest cryptocurrency with a $1.2 billion market cap. Mantra's growth appears to have been propelled by its RWA pivot, culminating in Mantra launching its Layer 1 network on October 23rd. The network aims to facilitate permissionless tokenization and provides compliance features allowing asset issuers to adhere to local regulations.
What's
Mantra
up,
is in, huh?
I was saying, what's up, Julissa? And like she says, smash the like button, hit the repost, share the stream, and let's get it out there. If everybody shares this with one person, we are gonna have twice as many people.
That's right. So it just goes on to say that it has inked many high-profile deals with Dubai real-world asset firms this year, including partnership with real estate giant MAG to tokenize $500 million worth of property, and a memorandum of understanding with Zand Bank to streamline RWA identification and listings. So, Mantra Chain's launch also allows token holders to stake their OM tokens. Users who migrate OM from an ERC20 token will gain access to future RWA airdrops. So if you're looking for airdrops, you're into Mantra, you hold it on a wallet, and you want to migrate that to their chain, there you go. So this is kind of a long one. No, this one isn't. This isn't a long one. Okay. So Hoskinson reviews Cardano's ambitious future from cryptocurrency to nation state governance. So apparently they're going to take over a nation.
Well, they're talking about Argentina there.
Huh?
They're talking about Argentina there and implementing it into like the processes that they have.
Probably.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So Hoskinson envisions Cardano governing nation states by 2030, utilizing blockchain for voting, governance, and currency management. Significant upgrades, including Chang hard fork and Node V10 release, demonstrate Cardano's capability of supporting this vision. The surge in trading volume indicates investor confidence in Cardano's long-term potential. So the founder has unveiled his ambition plans for the blockchain. Hoskinson envisions a future where Cardano not only serves as a cryptocurrency, but also as a pivotal role in the governance of nation states. So this groundbreaking proposal aims to leverage Cardano's decentralized technology to create a more transparent, efficient system of governance. And, you know, I think it will. And then this is just a bunch of, community involvement, collection, impact on ADA price, market sentiment. And I do think that Cardano could do that, you know what I mean? But why is the big emphasis on Argentina now? Because last cycle it was Africa was the main focus.
Setting up stuff in Africa. Narrative. That was the narrative. But I think that
banking the unbanked in Africa, and now you hear nothing about Africa.
Yeah.
Now it's all about Argentina and Latin M. You know what I mean?
But I think that there was like banking the unbanked, so people were like, okay, they're getting Africa. And then I think here we are working with the Argentinian government, and can't remember his name because Milei, right?
Oh yeah, Javier Milei.
Yeah. So like we have been working with them to roll out infrastructure, right? Where initially it was like banking the unbanked, doing some stuff in Africa, testing some things out there in these places that, are developing. But I think that they are rolling things out with the government's approval in Argentina, like on the infrastructural.
It's still, what happened to Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just pivot. We're just going to pivot. We're going to Central America.
Yeah.
All right. So Bitcoin ETFs near 1 million Bitcoin mark amid record inflows. So the long or the short is that Bitcoin's ETFs are on the brink of a historic milestone. In a recent X post, Nate Garachi, president of ETF Store, revealed that these funds are just 23,000 Bitcoin away from accumulating a staggering 1 million Bitcoin at current prices, and an additional 1.55 billion in net inflows would be needed for ETFs to purchase the remaining 23,107 Bitcoin. So that's institutions, people. Institutions now own 5% of the supply, and it's going to be freaking, it's going to be like this is the next industrial revolution. Okay. Crypto is the next revolution. You had the industrial revolution with automation, everything like that.
Yeah, the next technological revolution.
Right. Yeah. So this would be like, I don't even know what you would call it. It's not, I guess, technological revolution, but this is the next step into the next phase of expanding and growing. You know what I mean? That's just all there is to it. They're going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if 20 years from now, you got nation states fighting over hash wars on mining Bitcoin and stuff like that. Just like, oil now, it could be Bitcoin in 20, 30 years. Just saying, we are in the age of technology, So just in my lifetime, I'm one of the ones that you see that meme where it's like, why are Gen Xers so pissed off? It's like, because we went from having records to tapes to CDs to freaking MP3 players to now digital subscriptions, and everything we bought prior is worthless. You know what I mean? So, growing up, I had a rotary phone. Now nobody even has a phone connected to their house.
Yeah, I was saying the other day, I was talking to somebody. I was like, well, I gotta say this the right way. But somebody was telling me, they like a certain person around a certain age range, and I was like, bro, right. I can't even talk to somebody if they don't even if they never even grew up to know what a rotary phone was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if I'm talking about CDs and they're like, what's that? Like, bro, they're too young. Like, you need to be arrested. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what kind of conversations you're trying to have with somebody that doesn't know about what a phone book is, right? I was on a call with my boss and he was like, so they sent him a phone book. Wait, do you know what a phone book is? Like, yes. Yes, I know what a phone book is, but I mean, like, that's so telling about where
kids they'll never know the joy of going to Blockbuster on a Friday night with their parents to get some VHS tapes. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
yeah. But we should.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should cut it short, and I need to say that I have to go handle some business. I'm watching this woman that I'm married to make all this food because she knew I was hungry. I didn't even say it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She knew I was hungry. Didn't even say it. So I got to go handle some business. But first, more importantly, we are forced to buy albums and books from Bezos and friends, and they can revoke the rights on a whim, not our asset, if we can't resell them. It's 100% true.
100%. 100%.
And there was a lawsuit that was against Amazon. And what happened is that the information is hosted on Amazon services. So like you can go to the government website and then find like what the outcome of the court case is, and it's a 404 page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because what it was is in they were changing the words in it was like Pride and Prejudice, right? Everybody knows it's a historic book, right? But they changed. It was like
yeah, I heard of this.
To Kindled.
Yeah. And
so yeah, it was a whole thing because they were like, you can't do that, but it's their AI was automatically doing those things, right?
Right.
Changing words in favor of like what their thing was, and so
because Nook, that was what a Barnes and Noble thing, right?
Yes.
And Kindle is Amazon. Yeah.
And so like so the outcome of that court case, like you can't find the information right on the internet because it was hosted on Amazon Web Services. So they can literally just not support things as they choose. So anyways, yes, what Harry Manback is talking about, I believe there was a reference to that because all of the digital stuff that they sell is theirs. You can't resell.
Yeah. So I am able to share my Audible books, but I mean, you can't like really resell it. You know what I mean? And I don't even know if they have had an Audible account or not. I wonder if that ever went through. It was some crypto books that I sent my daughter. So, I mean, she might not have ever even opened the app. So, so I don't know if they went through or not, or if she was able to read them or not. But yeah. Sorry about the short show, guys. They will get back to they'll get back to normal. You know what I mean?
Have short shows for the next little bit, maybe the rest of this week, and then we'll be right back. But shout out to everybody. Appreciate you all for joining us. Make sure to share, like the space, and we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace.
Have a good night.